Crypto is currently the hottest thing in the market right now. Specifically in the last couple of weeks, the latest craze to take over the internet is NFTs. People are literally making millions simply by putting their face on a Pokemon card or selling a gif of a pink cat that's shooting through the night sky with a rainbow coming out of its butt. NFTs are the hottest craze that's going around on the internet today. And for today's video, we're actually going to go over what the heck NFTs are, how do they work, and whether you should be investing in them as well. Quickly before we start the video, if you are new here, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get notified of a new video every week that's just going to help you master your money and also just understand the latest trends that's going on in the financial industry. So NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, what are they? Fungibility is the ability of a good or asset to be readily interchanged for another of like kind. Some examples of these are things such as gold, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and well, probably the most common example is your everyday dollar that you use to buy things. So for example, if I was to give you $10 and you were to pay me back with two $5 notes, I would still consider us even, right? Because they hold the same value. A dollar is worth a dollar, right? Regardless of whether it's given to me in $2 coins or $5 notes, it doesn't matter because they all hold the same value. Now, non-fungible is the complete opposite of that. Now, these are assets that cannot be interchanged because they have unique attributes that give each individual asset different values. So some examples of these are things such as, paintings, trading cards, Fortnite skins, you name it. So for example, I can't go in and trade any old painting that I've made up in the hopes of getting back the Mona Lisa in return. It just doesn't make sense. They're obviously nowhere near the same value, and so therefore are non-fungible. And then there's the token. So a token is just a certificate of authenticity that is held and stored on a blockchain. So to sum it up, an NFT is a unique digital asset that can be publicly verified and authenticated on a blockchain. So why are NFTs blowing up? Well, because NFTs have created an artificial scarcity for digital assets. Much like how there's only ever going to be one original Mona Lisa, thanks to NFTs, there's now only ever going to be 10,000 CryptoPunks. There's only going to be one original Neon Cat, and there's only ever going to be 3,000 original Logan Paul Pokemon trading cards. On top of that, you had the likes of Chamath, Gary Vee, Elon Musk, and of course Logan Paul, all being very outspoken in their support of NFTs and the massive potential they have for the future. When you have such influential people being very outspoken about their support of a particular asset, you can imagine that the millions that are following him will also be quite bullish on that asset as well. And because of that, we're now seeing the demand for NFTs kind of skyrocket, which is causing this price to go up. And it goes back to the old rule of supply and demand. So NFTs have created this artificial scarcity, and to top that off, you have all this demand coming in from the following of these prominent celebrities. You now have limited supply, and of course you have all this demand coming in, which is going to cause the price of that asset to skyrocket. A good example of this is the CryptoPunks I mentioned earlier. So when these actually first came out, they were being given away for free to Ethereum wallet holders. Now, a couple of years later, they're actually trading anywhere from between $16,000 to $40,000. So if that doesn't scream bubble, I'm not really sure what does. And so with all the crazy valuations and all the crazy price increases that's been going on with NFTs, it does make you wonder, should you be investing in NFTs? So in order to answer this, let's look at what some of the greats see investing as. What do they define investing to be? So according to Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, investing is putting your money into something with a very high degree of certainty that it is going to be worth more in the future. Now the keywords there are a very high degree of certainty. And in my humble opinion, I don't believe we can actually say that just yet about NFTs. Right? We don't have a high degree of certainty because we don't actually know what the value or how to place a value on NFTs. We don't know if we're getting a bargain or a deal on an NFT or whether we're overpaying for one because, it's not like a company where it has cash flows that we can project out into the future and try to determine what we're willing to pay for that today. It's not a cash producing asset. It's really just like art where you're buying it in the hopes that it appreciates in value in the future. Right? Remember, price is what you pay, value is what you get. And right now, NFTs are getting a lot of its value from its scarcity and what Gary Vee likes to call social currency.
I believe that people do not realize that we are social creatures. For example, I think, Frank, that you have a mustache right now because you want to communicate to the world something about yourself with it. I'm being dead serious with you. And I think Andres has long hair, and I think people wear Gucci belts and buy Nike Air Force Ones and drive Mercedes and care about having a blue check mark on Instagram and buy Fortnite skins and Madden tokens. And I can give you 47 other trillion examples to why this is going to work out, which is the following. Humans want to communicate with humans.
In other words, according to him, NFT's value lies in the human desire for self-expression. It's the same reason why we buy the latest Nike shoes, the latest iPhone, buy the fanciest car that's out there, get our hair cut the way we do. It's the need for people to flex on social media, basically. So really, right now, all this hype around NFTs is based on a lot of speculation, right? Even Gary Vee came out himself and he believes that within the next 2 years, there's going to be a lot of volatility with this particular asset. In fact, he does think that 97% of all NFTs are going to fail and go to zero.
Say, in the macro, it's one of the biggest technology shifts and cultural norms of our lifetime, you and mine and the people listening. In the micro, there will be a stunning amount of people that buy things for investment purpose that will collapse aggressively.
So as an investment, I believe a lot of people right now that are buying NFTs are buying it with the greater fool investment thesis in mind. And for those of you who don't know what that is, the greater fool theory is basically you're buying an asset in the hopes that a greater fool will come along and pay more for that asset than what you did. So NFTs, although a very promising asset and one that I believe will be around for a long time and has a lot of potential in the future, right now is in a very big speculative bubble, right? A lot of people are buying it, just speculating, hoping that the price will go up, hoping that a greater fool will come along and pay more for that asset than what they paid for it. So I would be very wary of putting any meaningful amount of my net worth into NFTs right at this moment. At least not without doing a substantial amount of research into NFTs before putting your money into it. But guys, that is it for the video today. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on NFTs? Are you guys bullish on NFTs? Are you guys buying into NFTs? Or are you guys making NFTs and putting it on the blockchain? Let's talk about it down below. Let me know your thoughts. But as always, I do appreciate your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It does help out a bunch. And if you found value in this video, I've got plenty of other videos on the channel just going over things like Bitcoin and other investment strategies that you could probably implement. But until the next one, again, I really appreciate your support and I can't wait to see you guys then.